on the question paper from the bundles given. Okay, for those who already try to do it first, you can take your answer and then we are going to discuss it together. Okay, for the question 1, I think it is still easy for the question 1. Is there anyone who wants to help me to answer for the question 1? Temperature in the Stockholm at 6 a.m. is negative 3 degree. At 12 noon, the temperature has risen by 5 degree. So in the end, at 12 degree, it will be how many? Test? No, when the test, the paper, it will be given from the Cambridge itself. So you don't have to print it. Now for a practice, I think it will be better if you print it. So later when you have so it will, if you have the bundle paper, you have the paper and also the answer, it will be easier for you to use it to study. So you can read the question, you can check the answer directly by yourself. It will be easier for you to use it to study if you print it. Okay, next time, so please next time try to print it and then you can okay, the answer it will be 2 degrees Celsius, correct. Is there anyone having any confusion for the question 1? Still clear, right? Okay, if no one have no confusion for the question 1, let us move to the question 2. 15 square, how many is 15 square? Anyone wants to help me to answer? 15 square, how many is 15 square? If you forget, you can try to multiply it 15 times 15. You can always show all of your calculations, so no need to erase all of your calculation. You can keep it in your paper. But for the calculation or for the steps, just keep it with the pencil. Final answer, you write it with pen. Yes, the final answer will be 225. And then for the question B, how many it will be square root of 81? Yes, the answer will be 9. Thank you. So far, is there anyone having any question? No? Okay, if you have no question, let us move to the question 3. For the question 3 now. Oh, question B. Okay, someone still confused at the question 2B. For the question 2B in here, the only thing that you can do, you have to be able to recognize or memorize for all of the square number. You know that 9 square is equals to 81. That's why the square root of 81, it will be equals to 9. So how to do the question to be, you have to be able to recognize all of the square number for finding the square root. For finding the cube root, you have to be able to recognize all of the cube numbers. That is the clue. Is it clear? Or is there anyone have any confusion still? Yeah, okay. If you have no confusion, I will move to the question 3. For the question 3, how many it will be? 17.25 times 1000. Yes, the answer it will be equals to 17,260. Where is my pen? Yeah. It will be 17,260, correct? And then for the question B, 3.8, I have to divide by how many to get 0.038? Yes, the answer correct, it will be 100. Is there anyone who get confused so far? Please let me know whenever you have any confusion. You can directly type it through the chat box or you can unmute yourself, because I think I will not ask you for each question. I will not ask you is there anyone who get confused, because all the material that I choose it for today's discussion is taken from your book 7. So it means you already learned it when you are in a grade 7. I hope you have no confusion anymore. For the question 8, Kiran picks a bit out of the bag without looking, and then he take out for 50 times, and then he get a rat for 15 times. So the probability of getting the rat bit, yes, the answer correct, it will be 15 out of 50. Okay, clear, yeah? I will move to the next question. Okay, for the question 5. For the question 5, we have 27 out of 4. We have to make it into a mixed number. So how do we make it into a mixed number? If you still get confused, you can do a division. So 27 divided by 4. 27 divided by 4. The result is 6. 6 times 24, 6 times 4, it will be 24. And we will have the remainder 3. So yes, correct answer, it will be 6, 3 out of 4. Okay. For the question B, we have to change the 3, 4 per 5 as improper fraction. So now we do the opposite. How to do it? You can multiply 3 and 5 first. So in here you have 3 and 5. You can multiply them. 3 and 5, if you multiply them, the answer will be 15. After that, the result you will be have to plus it with the number in here. So 15 plus by 4, and then the denominator, it will be stay as it is, so it will be 5. 15 plus 5, it will be equals to 19. So the answer, it will be 19 per 5. Okay, clear? Or is there anyone who get confused still? Okay, no question. If no question, I will move to the next question, to the question 6. For the question 6, now we have wait, yeah, a book costs $15 in a shop, and then the book, if it is bought on internet, and then it costs 80% of the original amount. So how much is the cost if we buy it online? So yes, we have to find 80% out of 15. 80%, it means 80 per 100. So it will be 80 per 100. We times it with the original cost. We times it with 15. Yes, the answer correct. It will be equals to 12. Is there anyone who get confused to get 12? If you get confused, you can do cancelling out. This is the 0. We cancel the 0. And then 8 and 10, we can divide everything by 2. So it will be 4. 10 divided by 2, it will be 5. And then later, the 5 and also 15, we can cancel again. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 will be 3. So we will multiply the leftover number 4 and 3. When we multiply them, it will be equals to 12. I think it is clear enough, right? I will move to the next question. Feel free to let me know whenever you have any question. You can unmute yourself and then tell me, or you can type it through the chat box. Okay, for the question 7, it is a drawing. We have to make a reflection on the line y is equals to x. Y is equals to x is this line. We already have the line. This is the line for y is equals to x. Now we have to make a reflection. How do we draw it? If you want to draw it, you can count how many. If you have the ruler, maybe it will be easier. You can count it. This is if like this is only 1.5 box, so it means I have to copy the exact same distance. So it means I have to go 1.5 distance, so it will be stopped at this point. This is only a half boxes, so I have to go for a half boxes also. For this line, this is 1 boxes, go in a 1 boxes, so stop at this point. For this line, this is 2.5 boxes. Sorry, it's not really, sorry. Yeah. For this line, it is 2.5 boxes until here. 2.5 boxes. And then we have to copy the exact same distance. So we copy 2.5 distance. So stop at this place. And then for the other line, maybe I need to change the color. This is a 1.5 boxes, so it will be also a 1.5 boxes. Do the same thing for everything. So for the last point that we haven't made for this one, we have like 3 boxes left. So I have to go for 3 boxes left. After that, I have to connect for all of the point that I have. So this is all of the point that I get. What color? Yeah, maybe I use with the black. So this is the, wait, let me change the pen. So this is start from this point. I go from this point and then go up, go with this point, connect this point, connect this point, and then here is the reflection. Is there anyone who get confused? Or maybe my explanation is more confusing. That's why I already asked you to try to do it at home. So if you have no space, you can write it in a paper, or maybe you can directly print the PowerPoint. So maybe in a one paper you can prepare 4 slides in a one paper. So later you can copy the answer, because if you have the question and the answer, it will be easier for you to use it to study rather than you have the question paper and the answer in a different paper. Maybe I think it will be hard to study it if for me, but if for you it's also fine. Yeah, it's okay. So maybe it will be better if you copy it on a paper. If you find any difficulties, you can tell me so I can re-explain it again. Or is there anyone who get confused, or is this already clear enough? Oh, okay then. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone who have any confusion or getting confused still? Hello? No? Okay. If no one have no confusion, I will move to the next question. I will go to the question 8. For the question 8 in here, we have this diagram. This symbol, we have this symbol. This symbol means how many degree, yeah? This is to show how many degree, this symbol, like this. This is to show us how many degree, yes. This is to show the 90 degree. This is the symbol for 90 degree. As you remember straight line it will be having 180 degree. So if we already have this one for a 90 degrees, so for the other side, it will be also having a total for 90 degree. This is in total will be 90 degree. So how do we find A? So how do we find A? Yeah, A is equals to 90 minus 33. 90 minus 33 is not 67. Please stop having a silly mistake. Yeah, it will be 57 degree. Is there anyone having any confusion or getting confused? My explanation is too fast or anything? No? Okay. If no question, I will move to the question 9. For the question 9, we have 34.2 divided by 6. If you get confused, yeah, you have to write it with a paper, with a pencil for the steps. So you do division like this: 34.2, oopsie, 34, 34.2 divided by 6. So you check from 34. 34 divided by 6, the answer will be close to 5. 5 times 6, it will be 30. And then when we subtract them, it will be equals to 4.2. This is decimal. To cancel the decimal, you can move the decimal place in here. So later, you will be reading as 42 divided by 6. 42 divided by 6, the answer is 7. So yes, the final answer is 5.7. Is there anyone have any confusion? No? Okay. If no confusion, I will move to the question 10. For the question 10 in here, we have a parallelogram. We also have the angle. And then in here, we have to find the angle x. Remember, for the parallelogram, the opposite angles, they will be having same angle. In parallelogram, keep in your mind the opposite angles will be having the same opposite angles. All of them will be equals. It will be equal. And then for the, what is the name? Yeah. Next to the angle, if like this, if next to each other, in total, it will be equals to 180. If next to each other, in total, it will be equals to 180. This is the angle properties in parallelogram. The opposite angle, it will be equal. So like the angle A and angle C, it will be same 110 degree. And then for the A and D, they are next to each other. If they are next to each other, the total will be equals to 180 degree. So it means the angle A plus with the angles D in total is equals to 180. The angle A, we already have it 110. The angle D, we don't know. We only have it as X. In total have to be equals to 180 degree. So the X has to be how many? Yes, the X will be 70 degree. Is there anyone who get confused? Or maybe my explanation is too fast? The answer will be 70. So keep in your mind for the angle properties in parallelogram, opposite angles will be equal. Next to each other, the total will be 180 degree. So you can make some notes. Maybe if you already print it, you can make some notes on it. So later when you try to use it to study again, you have the notes. It will be easier for you to study later on. Okay. Is there anyone having any question? No question for sure. Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the next question. Are you done? Copy the notes. Done? Okay. I will move to the next question. To the question 11. For the question 11, for the question B, we have the quadrilateral. Face says he has a mistake when measuring the angle. Does he correct? We also have another properties, quadrilateral. What does it mean by quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is any shape, any shape, any shapes that having any shape with four sides on it. As long as it has four sides on it, we will call it as quadrilateral. Square is a quadrilateral, parallelogram is a quadrilateral, rhombus is also quadrilateral, and then kite is also quadrilateral. Any shape with four sides on it, it will be, we call it as quadrilateral. Yes, the total angles in a quadrilateral, lateral in total is equals to 360 degree. So is it? Yeah, you can say this is four corners is also fine, or four sides, it's also okay. We call it as quadrilateral. Yeah, in total it has to be equals to 360 degree. So now we have to check. Is it a 130 plus 65 plus 120 plus 55? It will be equals to how many if we plus all of them? 130 plus with 65 plus with 120 plus with 55. In total it will be equals to 370 degree. I cannot write the symbol for degree, so I write it like that, yeah. But in your paper, it will be better if you write it as 370 degree, because I cannot write the symbol. That's why I write it in a letters. So yes, is phi correct? The answer is yes or no. Phi says that he made a mistake in measuring the angles. So is phi correct or not? Phi says he has made a mistake. So is phi correct? Yes, phi is correct because he already make mistake. It's true because it's true. Yeah. Yes, he made mistake. He made mistake when he made mistake because when we check the total angle, it is equals to, yeah, it is equals to how many? Equals to 370 degree. But in a quadrilateral, it's supposed to be, oopsie. 360 degree. Okay, is there anyone having any question, or my explanation is confusing, too fast, or anything? Yes, Michelle, yes, what happened? Or anyone who have any confusion, please let me know. You can directly unmute yourself or type everything. Yeah, for the question, I already share it through the question. For the explanation, later I will give you my recording, so you can study it from the recording. Is it okay if I give you the recording? Yeah, okay then. Because the total, okay, let me check. Someone told me any something. Yeah, correct. If you want to say yes, he made a mistake because the total of his measurement above is above 360 is also okay. Or you can say that the total of his measurement is not equals to 360 degree, also fine. But yeah, it's also okay. Okay, is there anyone having any questions still? Or my explanation is still confusing, too fast, or anything? Okay, if no question, I will move to the next question. For the question 11, we have some angles. Yeah, I will upload the recording later on, but not directly after the class finish. I will be taking a few times to upload it first through the YouTube. Later, I will give you the YouTube link. You can learn it from there. Because I don't think I will give you the answer in a handwriting, but I'll give you the meeting recording. So you will be able to study from that. Okay. Okay, I will move to the question 11. For the question 11 in here, we already have the some temperature. We have to find the range. Is there anyone who still remember what does it mean by range? What does it mean by range? Is there anyone who still remember what is range? What is range, yeah? Is there anyone who still remember what is range? It is on a data. It is friend of mean, median, mode, and range. Maybe if I told you it is a friend of mean, median, mode, and range, you will be able to remember what is range. Forget? Okay. If really forget, let me write range is the difference between the largest value with the smallest value. So you have to largest value, range, largest value minus with the smallest value. That is what we call it as range. Now, what is median? Anyone still remember what is median? We have mean, median, mode, and also range. Anyone still remember? Yeah, median is the middle one. So median is the middle one. The middle one after we order the data, all the data from the smallest to the highest. After we order the data from the smallest to the highest. Sorry for, yeah, my dog, sorry for the dog's voice. My god, yeah, sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so for the median is the middle one after we order the data from the smallest to the highest. We cannot directly find the middle one without reorder the number. So make sure whenever you want to find the median, you have to order everything first from the smallest to the highest. After we have the median, mode. What is mode, yeah? Anyone still remember what is mode? What is mode? The same? No, not the same. Not average. Because average, there are three types of average in maths. The average, we can take the average from median. We can take the average from mode. We can take the average from mean. That's why do not ever answer it as average. Because there are three types of average. The average can be mode, can be median, can be mean. So for the mode is the most common number, correct? The most common data, or number. This is what we call it as Yeah, the most value is also okay, depend on what data that is given, the most or the highest frequency, the data with the highest frequency, it's also okay, because sometimes the data will not be given in numbers. That's why we cannot say like the most value or anything like that, the data with the highest frequency. So like maybe if the data is about what is, yeah, the colors of shoes that you use that you wear to go to the school, it can be black. Maybe some of you that do not follow the school rule go to school with the white shoes, and then maybe go with the colorful shoes. So for that case, the for the mode it will be the black shoes, because most of the students in the Spain will wear the black shoes when go to the school, because I believe most of the Spain students will follow the school rules, right? Go to school with the black shoes, not the colorful shoes. That's why we cannot say that as the most value, because it depends on what case is it. As long as the data is having a highest frequency, we will take it as the mode. Okay, is there anyone having any question, or my explanation is still confusing? No. And there is another one in here that we haven't mean. There is another one in here, mean. What does it mean by mean? Mean is the total data we divided by the total number of data. The total number of data. That is what we call it as mean. Because we cannot say that the mean is average, because in maths the average can be in three types. It can be taken from the mean, it can be taken from the mode, it can be taken from the median. So there are three types of average. Do not whenever I ask you what is mean, do not tell teacher it is average. No, average can be three type. It can be mean, median, or mode. Okay, if no question, now let us discuss the question 11. What is the range of temperature in London? To find the um, range, so we have to check the temperature in the London. We have to find the highest and also the smallest. The highest is 11 degree, the smallest is 6 degree. So the range, it will be 11 minus 5, which is equals to, oh sorry, 11 minus 6, right? Why 5? Or wait, did I, yeah, oh, the answer is 5, sorry. Yes, it will be 11 minus 6, which is equals to 5 degree. Okay, is there anyone having any question, or my explanation is too fast? No? So please copy the notes that I give it to you about the data, especially about the mean, median, mode, and range, because this question will always be there in Cambridge checkpoint. So please kindly will be there. No need to submit it first. No need to submit, because this is the first time we discuss it. I want you to know all of the type of the question first. For the next time, I will give you tasks to submit it through the Google Classroom. This is the first time. Maybe you forget so many things, so that's why we need to discuss it first. For next time, yes, I want you to discuss uh, submit it through the Google Classroom. Yeah, I will upload the question already uploaded yesterday. For the answer, I will give you the recording instead of the answer. I'll give you the recording, okay? For the question B, what is the median temperature in Sydney? To find the median, remember we have to order the data from the smallest to the highest. So we have to order everything first. Oops, sorry. In the, oopsie, my pencil, yeah. So in here, from the Sydney, we have to write it from the smallest one. The smallest one is 19, so I write 19. After 19, it is 20. After 20, it will be 21. After that, 22. Oh, the 20 is two times, sorry. The 20 have to be written two times. 19, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then 24. Is there any temperature that I miss, that I forgot to write? Is there anything that I miss? No? Okay. After that, you have to find the middle one. How do we find the middle one? There are so many ways. You can do cancelling, so you can cancel everything from the outside. So I cancel this and this. I cancel this. I cancel it one by one from the left and right. This is I cancel also from the left and right. So the leftover one, it will be 21. So the median, it will be 21. This is the first way, or you can do it another way. There is another way that you can do in here by doing a calculation. I don't know it will be easier for you or harder. I use the formula which is n plus 1 divided by 2. The n in here for the number of data. How many datas are there? Because there are 7 datas, so it will be 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 divided by 2. 7 plus 1 divided by 2, it will be equals to 4. But the answer is not 4, but the answer it will be the fourth data. We have to find the fourth data from this number. If it is already, it's not clear enough, I will rewrite again the numbers 19, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we need to find the fourth data from the data that we already ordered from the smallest. So 19 is the first, 20 is the second, 20 in here is the third, so 21 is the fourth. The answer is 21. So it will be up to you. You can do cancelling from left and right, left and right, left and right until you find the middle one, or you can use the formula n plus 1 divided by 2. But after you find the number, it will not be telling you the answer, but it will be telling you the place of the answer. Where is the place? The answer is 4, so it means the fourth number from the data that you already reorder from the smallest to the highest. Is there anyone who have any confusion, or my explanation is still too confusing for you? I talk too fast or anything? Is there anyone who get confused? The way, it will be up to you. The Cambridge will not ask you, you have to use this way or you have to use that way. The way will be up to you. But later, if the question is showing you with more than 1 mark, please always show the steps. Because sometimes if your final answer is wrong, but your step is correct, sometimes you will be having 1 mark still. Rather than you are not giving any steps, later yeah, you will be having no marks at all. Okay, for the marks that having more than 1 marks, please always show the steps if the question needs the steps. Okay, is there anyone having a question? No. If no question, I will move to the question C. Make 2 comments comparing the temperature in London and Sydney during this week. We already have, if making a comment, for making a comment, you can take the answer from the previous one. From the previous one, from the question A, you already have the range. Range in here for the, range, wait, sorry. There is a gray square, I think. Okay, for the range, okay, wait. For the range in here, range, it will be affecting the spread of the data. The spreading of the data. If the range, for the median, it will be affecting the median. Mode or mean, it will be affecting the average of data. This is, so like you have to make 2 comments for the question A. You already have the range. Maybe you can compare the range between the range in London and also the range on Sydney, or you can check the what is the name, the angle, the temperature also fine. Someone told me that the Sydney is mostly hot. Okay, you can say that Sydney is hotter than London. It's also, or you can say the opposite, or London is colder than Sydney. They are the same thing. You cannot write this on these 2 sentences because they are having a same meaning. So you have to find another one. Is there anyone who have another sentence? Is there anyone having another sentence maybe? Other than this